Bible Basics Q&A with Professor Pete.
Hello again, everybody. Peter Sibilio here from Lourdes University. We love your questions at Annunciation Radio. It's my pleasure to help with some answers. Today's question comes from Sue, who asks, what does Paul mean when he says, walk by faith, not by sight, in 2 Corinthians 5? Well, he does not mean blind faith, Sue. That's our expression, not Paul's. He means that we see things differently from the world. In 1 Corinthians, Paul says each of the believers must see the call God gives them. Since they all have the Holy Spirit, they now have the mind of Christ. But we don't always think and act the way Christ does. The Corinthians didn't either. So Paul had to write them a lot. And in 2 Corinthians, Paul tells them to understand what God is doing and saying with their unveiled eyes, and then walk by faith through that new vision. So faith is more than mental. It's a walk and way of living and seeing. That's why he says we don't honor the flesh. In other words, human standards are no longer how we value or view things. Those old ways were how we used to see. But now, with the unveiled eyes of faith, we see God's plan and can walk in it. Far from blind, we see who we are and what we must do. That's why Paul ends this passage in 2 Corinthians with a reminder. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ to answer for all we do here. Walking by faith gives us the true sight to see Christ and walk with him. Your question sharpens our vision. Thank you, Sue, for that, and thank you all for listening. We are listening to you.